My first guest this morning, their bacon-wrapped meatballs were recently featured on the A&E food show Best in Chow. Carrie Stalder owns Manic Meatballs, a quick-service meatball restaurant in Lakewood, which I didn't even know you could do. It's an amazing idea. She's in our kitchen now to show us how to make those little bite-sized morsels of meat magic. Welcome to New Day.
Well, thank you, Amity. Thank you. And Joseph, we have the perfect recipes for you guys. But I think you got to start with the Swedish meatball, which we call the Manic Meatball.
Okay, all right. Yeah. So a Swedish meatball is all right. That sounds good. So let's get started.
Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a panade, which is breadcrumbs.
Okay.
And it's mixed with milk, so it's nice and moist.
Yeah.
And then we're going to give you the hard job while I'm mixing this.
Okay.
Is we are going to have you mix the meat. So we have a mixture.
That's a lot of meat right there.
A lot of meat.
All right, so it's going to roll up my sleeves then.
Good idea. Okay, so we have a beef and a pork mixture.
Okay.
So this is a traditional Swedish meatball. Again, at Manic Meatballs, we call it the Manic Meatball.
The Manic Meatball.
Yeah,
all right, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, so go ahead and get your hands in there.
Okay.
And the secret of a Manic Meatball is actually the nutmeg. So that's what gives it the Swedish flavor.
Okay, all right, nutmeg. And okay, so this is, how much meat is this right here? So I mean, look at this.
Yeah, so this is 5 pounds of beef and about 2.5 pounds of pork.
All right, okay, so, all right, let's
go ahead
just
and
start doing this. All right.
Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and put in nutmeg.
Yeah, do it.
Equal parts salt.
How much nutmeg was that? Was that like 3 tablespoons?
Yeah, no, actually it was 5 tablespoons.
Oh, okay.
Equal parts salt and coarse pepper.
How many meatballs will this make?
This will make about 100 meatballs.
Okay, all right, okay. Good to know.
Yeah.
You know what? Good to know.
Yeah,
all right.
You need a lot of meatballs because I'm telling you, these will be the first things to go at a party, especially when they're wrapped in bacon at the end here.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah.
Is that where we're going with this?
We are.
Yes, all right.
Okay, so then we have already sauteed these onions.
All right. It doesn't seem like a lot of onions for all these meatballs, but
about the same amount, a 1/3 cup of sauteed onions, and then lastly is a liquid egg.
Liquid egg.
Yeah.
Does that just mean you
So that's
stirred
the
it up?
binder. Yeah, that's the that's the binder. So it's going to actually keep the meatball in a meatball form.
Okay.
Okay, and then the last thing we're going to do is we're going to do this breadcrumb mixture.
Okie dokie.
And then we're going to mix all.
Why do you mix the breadcrumbs in the liquid first?
So it's not a dry meatball, it's really moist, which I know people love that word. But hey, we're a meatball
I
restaurant.
don't know why that word is so polarizing. Like, I know so many people who are like, don't say that word. So I won't say it again in case you don't like it. But.
Yeah, it's very juicy meatball.
Yeah.
And again, we're going to bake it and then fry it. So we do need a lot of the moisture in there. So.
Okay, how am I doing?
You're doing so good.
I am
You're doing
massaging
so good.
this meat.
It's like you've made meatballs before. I think you and Joseph are like doing this on your free time.
Meatballs are, that's a thing.
Yeah.
I do have a question though, because you don't want to overly work the meat, right?
Right. Actually, we definitely don't want to overwork it, but a little bit more. You can't actually see the breadcrumbs when you know you've got it about the right mixture.
All right. So say I keep doing this.
Yep.
And then what's next?
Okay, so the next step is we're going to actually make the meatball into the balls.
Okay.
So we are going to use this little scoop.
Now, I was going to tell you, you don't have to wear the gloves.
Oh.
But I'm going to, I did just to get in here.
I work in a restaurant. So
okay, all right, fair enough.
I sure do like
I trust
gloves.
you.
Yes,
all right.
yes, food safety first, right?
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
So we're going to do a couple of these, and then I'm going to kind of show you what the next steps are as well.
All right, go ahead.
So what we do is we just do a 1-ounce scoop.
Okay.
And we roll it into a nice ball.
Into a nice ball. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. All right, okay.
There's your meatball.
Let me try this.
Yeah.
So this is just like a simple thing.
Yeah.
Because that's where I always struggle with my meatballs. I try to eyeball it, and then, it doesn't always work out. But that's perfect. Okay, so we keep throwing them in there,
Yeah,
and then
so you go do that, and then I'm going to do the next step. So we have this is a thick cut applewood smoked bacon.
Okay.
So we've tried all of the different bacon types, and actually this is actually really, really good. So this is a nice thick bacon. It holds up under cooking, and it gives you that bacon flavor that you're going to really look for. Okay, so you got 3. We actually skewer them at the restaurant with 3 at a time.
Okie doke.
And the trick here is you're going to wrap the whole meatball in bacon, and then you're going to skewer it through that side. So it actually keeps the bacon on the meatball, of course, right? So I'm going to do 3 at a time.
Okay. So what if I'm running last minute party. I don't have time to make my own meatballs. Can I do it with a pre-made meatball and then bake it, or is that going to be too nasty?
Well, I mean, you're going to want to come to Manic Meatballs and order these.
You know what? That's such a good point.
But
Forget
definitely you can get a pre-made meatball, although the first to go at the parties like we were talking about. But pre-made meatball, and then usually they're already baked, but you bake them first, and then you can wrap the bacon, the meatball in the bacon, and then finish fry them.
And finish fry them?
Yeah, so what we're going to do
let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. So we have, by the magic of TV, already baked meatballs. And now these you fry after we baked them?
Yes. So you're going to put them in the oven for 350 for 16 minutes. So they're going to come out looking like this.
So they're all cooked now, essentially.
Now they're all cooked. You could eat them, but you want the bacon to be nice and crispy.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, and so that's what we do is we pan fry them. So you want to pan fry them until the bacon is visibly the crispiness that you like. So we will put a couple in here.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Tell me about this concept for your restaurant, Manic Meatballs, because I know you also make an Italian meatball.
We do.
You make all the different meatballs.
Yeah.
Fast food meatballs, essentially. Where did you get up with this idea?
So my husband is Swedish, and he was always making these. We were making them for the football team, for our kids, for different holidays.
Nice.
Yeah, and so I came from a business-owning family, and so I just really was like, I want to have a business. And then I kept thinking, the more we made this, I'm like, I think there's actually a concept here.
And then you opened during the pandemic.
Why?
Why?
Well, the joke is that we're pretty ballsy.
You're my favorite person today.
Yeah, you can't have a meatball restaurant and not be ballsy, right?
I mean, I love a pun, and that's great. So you opened the restaurant during the pandemic. You still find a way to thrive.
Yes.
And then Best in Chow finds you. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so Best in Chow asked to submit a couple ideas, and of course, like the bacon wrap meatball, that's pretty unique, right?
Yeah.
So we definitely wanted to have something that that would stand out.
Okay.
And so nobody else is doing a bacon wrap meatball. So these look pretty close to done.
Okay, got you here.
Oh, okay, here, we'll put them right here on this plate.
We're gonna put them on that plate.
We're ready for you. Okay, and then so we got chosen for the show, and of course it was a comedian that helped us do it, and he had a lot of fun with meatballs, let's say that.
And meatball jokes?
Yeah, a lot of meatball jokes. But then, anyway, we were a finalist, so we didn't make it quite to the end, but we should have, obviously. You can tell us if you think we would have done
I will. I'm about to eat this meatball right now. So, by the way, what is this little sauce you got here?
Okay, so the other thing, so we just keep coming up with good stuff at Manic Meatballs. We do have 5 meatballs every day. We have a vegan Impossible Ball, actually.
Oh, good.
And so the other thing that we have here, I'm going to leave this one in here.
Okay.
The other thing we have is our Manic sauce. So Manic sauce is a house-made fry sauce.
Okay.
That's delicious with anything, but it's really good with our bacon wrap meatballs.
Okay.
So it's a house-made fry sauce, but it comes with lingonberries. Lingonberries is like our secret ingredient.
It's such a Swedish tradition.
Yeah.
And so I really want to try this meatball. It's a little hot.
Woo.
But I'm gonna try to get in there.
Okay.
Go eat her meatballs. Go eat them all. Holy keto, Batman, this is delicious.
Delicious.
Oh my God. I gotta hug you for this.
Yay!
This is a great way to start my day.